everyone. Welcome to Dim Summary. So
Yay, great.
I'm here with a good friend. You may have seen him around. This is Martin.
Hi, everybody. Hi,
Glad to
Eric.
have you
It's
on.
good to see you. Yeah, excellent, excellent.
You've preached before here.
I have.
You've hosted before. You have a lot of roles in our city. You've been a school teacher.
I have,
You helped lead an NGO.
I did.
You lead worship sometimes. That's only what I know of. Who knows on the weekends what you're doing?
Sitting in a chair resting, I think.
And you teach a lot of the classes. But one of your roles here, you know, just to kind of get an introduction to everyone, is as an elder.
Yeah.
So we're going to eat some dim sum. I'll pour some tea. But can
that's
you
good.
tell us, maybe a lot of us who didn't maybe grow up in a church, what is an elder and how old do you have to be called an elder?
Well, yeah, I'm going to really offend my fellow elders if I say you got to be elders. You got to be really old, but actually that's not true. The word elder is really a translation of a word calling overseer. In some places they call it a bishop. Basically, someone who's got a sort of oversight of what's going on. And many churches they call them different things, councils, whatever, or elders, but what do we do here? Our job is to, I suppose, govern, but we need to be careful there with that word because we have fabulous staff.
Yeah.
And you do all the work. We get to get a report on it. We get to look at the finances, but most importantly, we get to pray about this stuff, and we get to pray for you. We get to pray for what goes on in the church. It's a responsibility to have good oversight over good governance, and we try not to interfere with what is really good going on.
That's awesome.
Okay.
You know, you were about to talk about governing and all this stuff, but I was going to jump in and say, whoa, what I mostly know our elders for is the way they serve and love and show up. So I'm glad you gave yourself a little more credit because...
well, we do try and grow up and serve,
amazing. Show up early and pray. You care about our church. So thanks so much, and pass on to the other elders. Thanks so much.
Will do.
And for everyone who every couple of years we're like, hey, we're praying about some new elders. That kind of gives you context for what's happening.
Yeah.
Now let's give some context.
Oh, yeah, we got a bit of Hargo here. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, lovely.
We have
a little bit of chili there.
Oh, you're a good man. We have some meatballs. I think these are egg custard, but there's only one way to really know that.
And that is to open it up.
We'll dive into that.
Yeah, we're going to get one. Well, while you're asking sort of things, I'm going to pop one in my mouth. Okay.
No, we had a... Thanks for joining us, everyone. My Wi-Fi is down for a second, so I'm going to get to questions, but make sure to fill in any questions you have from today. We heard a wonderful message from Reverend Deep Thunder, I think as he referred to himself.
The big masony one,
I think Kev the Rev is a good nickname, but
Kev the Rev.
We might have to go with Deep Thunder.
I think that is going to be his cue card, hello, Bald Eagle to Deep Thunder.
That's so fun.
Yeah, that was my, when we were doing stage stuff at school, that was my call name, Bald Eagle.
I was going to ask, did you have any nicknames?
Oh, yeah, Bald Eagle. That was one of them anyway.
I have a phone here. You just reminded me of something. We introduced Martin and gave context to how you might know him. But what you don't know is that you've been seeing him every Sunday as you watch church online. I took a photo of the stream here, and you might not be able to see this, but you see Deep Thunder right here. Kev the Rev right in front. You sit front row. Let's zoom in. Oh, come on. Just because we're on air. Right here is the bald eagle standing in the front row.
Yeah, they don't even put makeup on my head just in case there's too much brightness from the lights.
But I think it's fun that people have known you all this time.
From the back of my head.
That's awesome.
Front row's a great place to sit, I tell you. You get all the action up there.
You do, the good and the bad.
Indeed.
The good and the bad.
That was a great sermon, though. I mean, he picked up, as Kevin does, he picks up, as all the sermons do, they pick up some great points. The vulnerability, because we don't like being vulnerable.
No. You said it's all about being powerless.
Yeah, powerless.
Nope.
I mean, that's the one thing I really don't cope with very well at all.
Yeah.
Like, I need to be I'm a Mr. Fix-It guy.
Yeah.
If something's broken or something, I try and fix it. And that means I want to be able to control it or power over it. And that's how we're hardwired to be in control.
So as your counselor, why do you think that is? Why do you feel like you recognize, I always need to be in control? What do you What do you feel? Because it's probably a common
Oh,
feeling.
it is. It is a common feeling. I mean, okay. I mean, for myself, I was brought up in My dad was an Anglican minister in the West Country in England.
Yeah.
And you know, it was a big church, large congregation, lots of stuff going on, and we basically, if something broke, we had to fix it. And that was something I understood from a very early age. And so. I suppose it's this idea of being in control. But, you know, it is a way that we humans are hardwired. We wrested control away from God, you know, way back in the beginning.
Yeah.
And we just like it. We want that control. We want that power.
Yeah.
And we'll go after it with everything we've got. So the request to be vulnerable is not only counterintuitive, it's run in the opposite direction. It's a tough one.
Yeah.
So is my counselor. I don't know what you're going to tell me.
Oh, no. Good counselors just ask questions and then tell you time is up when you get to the end. So
That's right,
we'll talk
yeah.
about this next week.
Thanks very much,
No, I
Eric.
think it was great. You just related. You could say, oh, I connect it to my early beginnings or my
Yeah,
story.
yeah.
I think the whole idea of agency or being in control is like, it tells you you're important sometimes.
Yeah.
And sometimes in good ways, but sometimes it can be unhealthy ways.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's one of those things that, we want to be. I managed to convey that to you without dropping it on the floor, which is
Thank you so much.
an element of powerlessness.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I'm just trying to get my Wi-Fi working so I can get the great questions that are
And
coming
you see,
in.
so yeah, it's
Let's
one
go
of
with
those
the-
things about power.
Let's.
When the
Speaking of
power fails,
vulnerable,
vulnerability when you're.
I'm
going
gonna go with my 5G here.
Yeah,
No
go
offense
with it.
against the
There you
church's
go.
Wi-Fi. We're raising money for this.
Absolutely.
Right now.
Raising money for the 5G for the church. Right, go on.
No,
Yeah,
all good.
I'll take that to the elders, okay?
Well, Kevin talked about. I think Selene pointed this out in the chat, talking about the independence. We all being self-independent.
Yeah.
Going for ourselves.
Yeah.
And how that's hardwired. Now, I do have to make mention. There's an English guy and an American here on July 4th.
Oh, this is July 4th.
So I
yeah.
did wear my stars.
And this
And
and
stripes.
stars and
I
stripes
don't know
or
if
whatever.
that's proper at the dim sum table.
I'm
to
just
show
so
yourself.
proud of you, you know, the fact that we, you know, honestly, I have to say, all those many years ago, we let you go, and look what a success you've made of it.
Wow,
Well,
what an in-control move you made. To
I
just let us
know,
go.
just wonderful. We still try and retrain that name, Great Britain, but I don't know whether we've lived up to it terribly.
That's funny. Well, you know, like having July 4th America, having grown
Yeah,
up there,
that's true.
being independent is part of what's hardwired subconsciously.
Yeah, it is.
And it's something that as I come to faith, I have to rethink and break because, it's good when you can drive your independence or
Yeah,
career or
absolutely.
something. But when it comes to faith and what we learned today about humility, being aware
Yeah.
of God, being powerless, it's kind of counterintuitive.
It is.
I think Kevin
It
said
is.
that word. So
Yeah,
I have to rewire myself.
Yeah. I mean, it's you know, because independence is a big deal for us, as you say. I mean, we're told, you know, stand on your own 2 feet, go do this, go.
Yeah.
You can't drive a car with anybody. You know, you got to do it. When I became a teacher. Many years ago, one piece of advice we were given is that when the door is shut, you are the one in charge of that class. You are the head master in a sense, or the head mistress within that class. That's and you've got to be able to survive. You can't rely on anybody else. And so independence was really drummed into us. But as we come before God, we got to say, over to you. And that's really tough. One of the things I was thinking about during Kevin's sermon, because it was great, it sparks a whole load of stuff.
Yeah.
But I was thinking of, you know, when he was talking about crisis going on around, hold my hand and walk with me, you know, walking carefully.
Yeah.
I was just thinking of Moses. Moses is one of my great heroes in Scripture. Moses, because, you know, there are all sorts of things that I haven't got time to go into. But I just remember that time when they've escaped and all the people are behind him and the Egyptians are mad and they're chasing them down.
Yeah.
And then he's in front of him, he's got the sea, the Red Sea.
That's right.
And so he's got angry Egyptians and drowning. It's not a future,
And
really,
angry
is it?
Israelites.
Yeah, angry Israel. Now the Israelites are panicking.
Yeah.
Now, and he's standing there very quietly in front of the Red Sea. And you can imagine Brother Aaron standing around and saying, Moses, what are you doing? And Moses is trying to hear God. He's got a lot of shouting, a lot of screaming going around him, and he's trying to hear God. Talk about have to pay attention because God tells him to do one thing, and it's a really daft thing.
Yeah.
Put your hand out of the water and put your stick in the sea.
Yeah.
And nobody's ever done anything like that before.
Yeah.
And I'm sure people are saying, Moses, will you listen? Will you sticking your stick in the sea?
Yeah.
And suddenly God does something absolutely impossible.
Yeah.
He makes the wind part the water,
Yeah.
and off they go. And that is another illustration of sometimes we need to shut up and let God put up.
Yeah.
Because that's what he wants to do.
Yeah. That's so good.
Yeah.
That's a good visual to
Yeah.
kind of couch our learning in.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was thinking what was cueing me as I heard this is, well, again, another message that's kind of messed with my summer vacation, but in a good way. So the first was my own when I said, well, I need to make sure to find time our family could serve together, to love mercy, to show mercy. Now, where Kevin is encouraging us to stop and have an awareness of God's presence, his power, that he's in control. Like I'm recognizing I need to plan on a couple weeks when I take time off to stop and to be refreshed. Because he talked about what is it called when everything's in critical mode? Crisis mode.
Crisis mode.
Critical mode. Crisis mode.
Crisis.
Yeah, I speak for a living. Crisis mode. How you're just going and you're fighting fires. And I was thinking, and not always with bad things. I was thinking of Katie when she first became a mother. Everything is crisis mode, and not in a bad way, but it's just moving fast. And I remember one of the advice that I give. I shouldn't give women who are expecting a lot of advice, but now that I say this out loud, but one of the advice I give to the husbands too is like, hey, they're going to be in crisis mode for a long time.
Right.
Make sure to find these moments where they can step out and remember that they're a woman too. Yeah. So whether it's a hobby, whether it's friends, whether it's just not changing a diaper or a nappy, that you can be caught in crisis mode with healthy things for work and family.
Yeah.
But we need to step out and pause and be reminded who we are before that crisis and outside of that crisis.
Absolutely.
So that's been an encouragement for me this summer. Is like, okay, I'm going to vacation with an intention now. Of becoming healthier. Yeah.
That's a really good thing. I mean, it is summer and it's brutally hot, as we all know in Hong Kong. And sadly, most of us are not going anywhere else. But that gives us opportunity, doesn't it, to say, okay, well, where haven't I been in Hong Kong? And there's got to be somewhere. There's got to be a rock, a tree, a mountaintop, somewhere, a view of the sea. There's got to be somewhere. And those are the breathe-in moments. Hey, our God is a God who wants us to breathe him in. And we can stop, even if you can't get a day off and you've got a lunch. Yeah. Or you've got a time, a sit back. God gave us coffee for a good reason, number to keep us awake, but also as a way of, just relaxing. Yeah. Hey, and I've got time then to pay attention to God. Yeah. I've got a moment from this email to stop. The lovely word Shabbat, or Sabbath in English, but Shabbat means simply to stop what you're doing and we can pay attention. Yeah. Focus on God. Yeah. Yeah.
And if you didn't, they killed you in the Old Testament sometimes. That was the rule. So it's important.
It's pretty important. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, hey, Jesse, Marion, Patsy, Danielle, all you guys giving encouragement.
Fantastic.
Thanks so much. We're so glad you joined us.
Yeah. Yeah.
We could talk for hours.
We could. We're
going to cut it here.
Okay.
Church, we love you. We're so thankful to be able to be the church with you, especially in this time. So hope you were encouraged today. We love you, and we'll see you next week for a dim summary as we continue in our What's Good series. Martin, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Eric.
All right.
God bless everybody. Bye-bye. Right.
All right, let's dig.
It's evident.